In the fight game, nothing is guaranteed, not even victory. Just ask Martin Buday, the Slovakian heavyweight who walked away with his hand raised in Abu Dhabi, only to find out days later he no longer had a place in the UFC. Last weekend, the promotion returned to the Middle East for a fight night in Abu Dhabi. The card delivered across the board. Reinier de Ridder edged out former middleweight champ Robert Whittaker in a razor-close split decision main event, while Petr Yan put on a sharp performance against Marcus McGee in the co-main. Sharabutan Magomedov rebounded from his loss to Michael "Venom" Page. Asu Almabayev narrowly beat Jose Ochoa, and Bogdan Guskov made a statement with a stoppage win over Nikita Krylov, earning a spot in the light heavyweight rankings. The prelims were no less explosive. Bryce Mitchell took a decision over Said Nurmagomedov, Muslim Salikov dismantled Carlos Leal Miranda in just 40 seconds, and heavyweight Martin Buday opened the night with a dominant unanimous decision win over Marcus Buchecha. For Buday, it was his 7th win in the UFC, continuing a run that began after his Contender Series victory over Lorenzo Wood. But instead of celebrating momentum, Buday got a call from UFC officials. His contract had expired, and despite sitting at number 12 in the heavyweight rankings, in one of the shallowest divisions in the sport, the UFC had decided not to re-sign him. The 33-year-old broke the news himself on social media. "Yeah, it's true. Yesterday we got a call that at UFC is not resigning us for the moment. Well, it is what it is. At least I'm leaving with my head up. Thank you." 7 wins in 8 UFC fights, victories over names like Chris Barnett, Jake Collier, and former champ Andrei Arlovsky, yet the chapter is closed, at least for now. His lone loss came against Shamil Gaziev. For Buday, the next step could be a return to OKTAGON MMA, or a move to other major organizations like PFL or KSW. While Buday's exit caught fans off guard, it wasn't the only major roster change this week. Another name left the UFC, a name far more synonymous with the sport's modern era: Dustin Poirier. After UFC 318 in New Orleans, the Diamond has officially been removed from the active fighter roster. It's the final confirmation that his storied career, which began in the UFC in 2011, has come to an end. Just over a week ago, Poirier fought for the last time, facing Max Holloway in his home state of Louisiana. The crowd was electric, but the fight didn't end the way he'd hoped. Holloway earned a unanimous decision, closing the curtain on Poirier's career without the fairy tale ending. Still, Poirier retires with an incredible resume: 22 wins in 32 UFC bouts, wars with the very best in the sport, and an unforgettable win over Conor McGregor. But despite 2 interim title victories, he never claimed the undisputed lightweight crown. UFC CEO Dana White, who's been known to push back when fighters talk retirement, didn't hesitate to support Poirier's decision. Speaking after UFC 318, he said, "You look at his last 11 fights and who he's fought, always comes to fight. I don't ever question when a guy says he wants to retire, other than Khabib and Cormier, who are the only 2 I've ever told. I don't know that it's time. This is totally up to Poirier. This is a rough sport. He fought a rough fight tonight. And the way tonight went, retiring seems like the right thing to do." 2 very different stories, one fighter shown the door despite winning, the other leaving on his own terms after more than a decade at the top. But in the UFC, they share a truth every athlete knows: the octagon never guarantees a tomorrow. Don't miss out on the latest MMA news. If you're an MMA fan, please subscribe to my channel. It really helps me out, and I'd appreciate it a lot. Thanks so much, and just hit that subscribe button below.